Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much, Evan. My name is John Slattery, and I'm the CEO for SparesCNX. So SparesCNX and my team and I, we're all based out in Singapore, but I'm currently traveling, so I'm dialing in from Munich in Germany today. Just want to say a huge thank you to Evan and Ryan and John and the whole team at ABS. We've been working together for the last year or two to try and integrate our two solutions and really find the best workflows that really make a seamless kind of service for the customers that we will share. We have one fleet who are currently running ABS alongside SparesCNX Propeller, and the results are really fantastic. We're delighted with them. Just a final word, at SparesCNX, where our whole focus is inventory management on board. We feel that there's a lot of chaos on board in terms of parts management on the global fleet, and our job is to really bring order to that inventory chaos. And to do this, we've deployed some pretty kind of cutting edge technologies and cutting edge approaches. And also we've deployed thousands of hours of research working with engineers on board, seeing where the low hanging fruits are, and really taking advantage of the fact that we have an RFID scanning tablet, which can enable a whole host of workflows and use cases. So very excited to take you guys through that today, and I'll crack on with that now.
So how are spare parts traditionally managed on board? Well, engineers go to one part of the vessel and work on servicing a machinery, and then hours later go to a computer in a different part of the vessel where they input the details of the job they completed, if they can remember exactly what was used, and if they have the time. This lack of standardization in spare parts management across the global fleet has led to an inaccuracy that costs the industry billions of dollars every year. Introducing Propeller by SparesCNX, which brings part accuracy and management into the 21st century. By equipping onboard engineering teams with an IoT tablet that they carry along with them as they do their work, real spare parts accuracy becomes a byproduct of the engineer's day-to-day tasks. Our RFID-enabled Propeller tablet is a one-stop shop for inventory management on board and supports the most important marine engineer workflows. The radar function reduces the time spent searching for misplaced spares. ERP entries are automated through the scanning of RFID tags, and manuals on board are available digitally on the tablet. Stock reconciliation becomes quick and painless. Our technology can reduce the time required by as much as 90% per year, while drastically increasing accuracy at the same time. The data is then fed seamlessly to the management and procurement teams through the AI machine learning-powered Propeller Shore portal. Here, procurement teams are able to make data-driven decisions that reduce excess inventory and optimize parts levels across the fleet, eliminate costly urgent ordering to the vessel, enable forward bulk procurement thanks to machine learning and artificial intelligence. Moreover, our experienced transformation engineers will join the vessel crew to support this journey. Our solution was developed by seafarers for seafarers, drawing from thousands of hours spent on board. Please join us in the digitalization of the shipping industry and at the same time save your business time and money.
So if I can draw your attention to this slide here, this really outlines the SparesCNX Propeller Ecosystem. So firstly, we have the Propeller Ship portal, which is essentially an RFID scanning mobile tablet. And this is fully mobile and is essentially in the engineer's hands as a one-stop shop for inventory management on board the vessel. There's many features and benefits, and we're going to take you through that in a video shortly. Next, we have the Propeller Shore portal, and this is essentially for the onshore staff in procurement or in management who want to look at a detailed view of what's happening with consumption of parts on board, and then we make kind of recommendations through AI and machine learning around consumption patterns in the future and what would be required for purchasing. And then finally, we have the Propeller Supply portal, and this is where suppliers of parts can log on and tag their parts at source and then deliver them to the vessel.
Our vision is to put every workflow in the hands of the engineer, increasing speed, visibility, and most importantly, accuracy. We achieve that by providing vessel engineers with tablets like this, running our proprietary software called Propeller Ship. The large touchscreen makes interaction with built-in workflows intuitive, while the integrated RFID scanner, QR scanner, and camera enable accurate updating of inventory levels as work takes place. Data is synchronized automatically with any PMS or ERP system that you are already using, and our tablet can work offline, giving total vessel coverage. After transformation, each spare part and every location on board has a unique RFID tag, making accurate lifecycle tracking become a reality. All spare deliveries arriving on the vessel via POs will have a digital record in the tablet, allowing me to review descriptions and ordered quantities of each line item. I've unpacked a trip relay and I will now assign a tag to it. First, I select the right line item. Then, I pick the next available tag from my reel. Finally, I program it on the fly using RFID. Now that the item is tagged, I can proceed to store it where I like by scanning the location tag. One big pain point for engineers is not being able to find the spare they need to perform a maintenance job. Onboard engineers can spend hours looking for lost spares. To address this problem, we've built a function that turns the RFID signal on the tablet into a radar, guiding you towards the spare. As I scan at different locations around the room, the tablet will beep more as I get closer to the part that I'm looking for. Once I've found the spare, I can easily check it out to proceed to perform my work. The app can also recommend the optimal spare to consume based on a first-in, first-out approach. Checkouts are linked to work orders for planned and unplanned maintenance, increasing visibility and accuracy across part profiles in your organization. Many shipping companies spend thousands of hours yearly on stock reconciliation. We've built an RFID-driven flow that allows engineers to account for every spare on board in hours instead of weeks. As an engineer, during the stock reconciliation period, I can select the equipment groups that I'm responsible for and tap Next to begin. The tablet automatically recognizes and groups the relevant parts and directs me to the locations where they are stored. In this example, I can see that I need to find 5 spares at the first location. All I need to do is wave the tablet over the shelves and it'll only pick up the relevant tags. After I'm done with the first location, I can move on to the next until I'm ready to submit my findings. Different engineers can be working across different equipment groups simultaneously, with all their results getting aggregated across the equipment hierarchy in real time. This is indicated by the changing colors of the progress bars. When everything is green, the stock rec is complete. Complete history and detailed reports are accessible within the app, as well as online in the cloud for shore personnel, such as superintendents and fleet directors. Very often on board, engineers are unable to identify a spare just by looking at it. Hard copy user manuals are difficult to navigate, while the print labels that spares come with can come off. We have digitized both. If I want to know the exact details of the spare I'm holding, I just have to scan its tag to validate it. The app will display all the vital information. I can add digital labels, and I can also access digitized equipment manuals right from the tablet. With Propeller, you can have accurate views of your critical spares, with real-time warnings and indicators when they are running low. You can generate maintenance or inventory reports and have them sent to your work email. You can also manage storage locations or program new ones. The proprietary tags that we provide our customers with can be assigned to the right spare using RFID, literally by waving the tablet and the press of a button. What's more, our system is connected to your ERP, ensuring that the latest PO information is available in the tablet. And confirmation for goods delivered flows back to other departments of your organization as soon as items are scanned. Our tags can be applied to any quantity of spares, allowing for bundled storage. Built-in checks will prevent users from errors such as tagging excess quantities. Additionally, we have built flows to cater for special cases, such as receiving partial deliveries and more. The initial inventorization process of new vessels is simple and done in 3 steps: identifying the spares, tagging them, and checking them into locations. For fast and accurate identification of spares during this transformation period, our sophisticated search engine allows users to identify spares based on any piece of information they have. For example, even if I don't know the exact name of a part, I can just type keywords of its name, then add part of the manufacturer's name to narrow down the results. I could also add information about its drawing number, machinery ID, or other parameters to pinpoint the correct spare. Once I've found my spare, I can proceed to tag it and check it in. Now that the item is tagged, I can proceed to store it in a location I wish. Propeller Shore is our cloud-based solution, built for onshore offices, fleet managers, and procurement teams. Propeller Shore aggregates data from your vessels that run our solution on board, uses artificial intelligence to bring you predictive analytics, actionable insights, and near real-time fleet comparative views of consumption patterns, procurement cycles, inventory movements, purchase order deliveries, stock reconciliations, onboard activity, and usage analytics. We know that without accurate data visibility at hand, our solution can enable you to make faster and more accurate procurement decisions, as well as to detect opportunities for inventory optimization across your fleet. Today, I'll be showing you some of the features we've been working on. On the landing screen, you'll find a dashboard that highlights key information about inventory, such as critical spares that are running low, purchase orders still pending delivery, parts that might need to be restocked, as well as tag usage and tagging activity. You can also easily navigate between vessels. Different user types ranging from chief engineers to superintendents, fleet directors, and buyers will be able to customize and personalize their views. Our inventory system collects data from your fleet and allows you to filter and search for parts across your vessels based on criticality, inventory levels, manufacturers, part or equipment names, and more. Our algorithms calculate consumption patterns and allow you to identify spares that are frequently restocked. With Propeller Shore, you can readily compare and monitor the stock levels of every spare part across your fleet. Clicking on a spare part will let you dive deeper to understand when the part was ordered previously and what you paid for the part. What is the stock level of the part and how frequently it is consumed on each of your vessels? Where the part is stored and even how long each individually tagged unit has been on board. The activity log screen lets you monitor every action relating to tagged parts on board any of your vessels in near real time. Here, you will find detailed information of spare parts consumed for planned and unplanned maintenance, which work orders they were linked to, how many spares arrived on board, or which spares changed location. You can filter activity by the type of activity, source, and date range. This screen allows you to detect any anomalies in your procurement and consumption patterns. We built the purchase orders section with the needs of procurement departments in mind. Here you can find all incoming POs and review detailed information on when items were tagged, checked in, and checked out on all your vessels. Once a supplier has prepared an order for shipment, as a Shore user, I will immediately get an update for it. Similarly, once the parcel arrives on board and items get checked in by the engineers, the status will be updated on the cloud, allowing me to proceed with the next steps in the procurement cycle. For every line item of every PO, I can see exactly what is the remaining stock level on each one of my vessels, allowing me to make comparisons and optimizations. On board vessels using our tablets, engineers can now do complete stock reconciliations within a few hours instead of weeks. Superintendents, chief engineers, and other users of our cloud solution can drill down into stock reconciliation activity to see exactly what was counted and where discrepancies are. Historical data are shown for all vessels, together with information on exactly how much time was spent during reconciliation and what work remains. All of this can be easily exported out into spreadsheets that clearly indicate the progress of stock reconciliation. We are constantly developing new features that can bring value to various departments of your organization. Tailored dashboards, work orders, RFQs, and price history data are just a few of the upcoming items in our roadmap that we're excited to bring to Propeller Shore.
Well, thanks a lot for your time. It's great to be at the NS Users Conference, albeit virtually, but look forward to being there in person next year. And just so you know, we're going to be in the lounge to answer any questions. We've been thinking about this area of parts management on board for 3 or 4 years now. So we're very keen to speak to people who've spent their whole careers thinking about this problem, and we'd love to hear your thoughts or concerns or appreciations, or just generally to have a dialogue about the solution would be great. So thanks again to Ryan, Evan, the whole NS team, and thank you all for listening. Cheers.